Hello there and welcome. Great to see you again as always. Now, on my travels, I often have a lot of different conversations, as you would imagine, with a number of senior people, as well as everyone else in the market. Now, there certainly seems to be something which has come to light, and maybe it's a theory of mine, maybe it's a conspiracy theory. However, with Deutsche Bank at the moment, it seems that if you took the view and the version of Commerzbank, i.e. a big research platform, slightly small distribution, and then a little bit of trading as well. Now, with Deutsche's cuts over the last 3 months or so, it certainly seems that they've gone down a very, very similar route across Europe. Now, they've got a pretty decent sized research team, which has had a few trims here or there. The sales team has definitely come down to certainly a relative size in comparison to others. And certainly on the trading side, as we've seen, most of their execution desks moved to Cowen & Co. Now, Commerzbank on the other side seemingly have a very, very similar structure, but very much towards the German basis. Now, my view is the following. Now, with one of the last things, that was said from a senior executive at Commerzbank after the deal between Commerz and Deutsche failed was they felt that Deutsche needed to feel some of the pain themselves before a merger could happen. There was also another senior executive saying, well, putting Deutsche and Commerz together were like tying two drunks together and hoping they'd stand up. Now, in this moment, it certainly seems after the quite drastic cuts and reductions and bad bank that Commerzbank have developed, the current scenario can only allude to a potential merger in 2020. Now, 2020, literally around the corner as we know, I believe this is a huge defining moment, or potentially will be a huge defining moment for Deutsche Bank. There is no question that the German government, and certainly Germany as a whole, need Deutsche in terms of a European penetrative bank. They don't have another bank that's as strong as theirs across pan-Euro or even globally. Whilst they've retrenched over the last 3 months, there's still a very, very strong presence in the US, certainly some in Asia as well, but again throughout Europe. And strangely enough, in Germany they are not as strong as some would think. Certainly Commerz have the edge there, which is why a tie-up makes sense. Now, a merger between Commerz and Deutsche in 2020 should see a number of costs coming out of Deutsche already. The merger should almost layer straight away like a cake, so you'd have ECM both within Germany and pan-European with very, very, very little overlap. The sales desk will obviously be there to facilitate both Germany and pan-Euro, and that's what I believe may well happen in the future. Now, this could be a very, very strong move further down the line. It could well end up saving jobs further down the line as well. However, the flip side of this is that I believe if Deutsche is unable to merge with a Commerz or potentially with an ING or another partner in a similar basis, this could well be the end of Deutsche Bank as we see it in 2020. Now, it's a big call, I appreciate. I'm not saying this will happen. It's something which I've been developing over the past 6 weeks, but it certainly seems that is very, very clear. Now, on a completely separate note, on the video that we put out on Monday about HSBC and the fact that John Flint has left as CEO after a 30-year career with HSBC, there was one thing that I said probably would happen, and it's almost happened straight away. HSBC are making cuts. They are starting to reduce headcount, and it certainly seems that the reduction and John leaving was only really the starting point. I think part of the element why Mr. Flint did leave was the fact that the reductions and the cost cutting wasn't happening quick enough. Well, since he's gone, it certainly seems that these are ramped up, and it's likely that these will continue over the next couple of months. So HSBC will continue to go through a change. There's no question that the ECM side of their business and the Asian side of their business is extremely strong, whereas the European side can benefit and leverage off of those too. Look, we just hope that it continues to be strong. We believe that the banks should now focus more and more on their focus, their core sectorial relationships, and also their regional relationships as well. This is where we are all going to go back to. This is the market that I've been discussing with you for the past couple of years at the very least, and certainly it does look like we're going back to a more locally focused, regional focus and sectorial champion business, with primary taking absolute focus in everything that's happening in the market now and certainly for the short term. At the same time, you've seen the buy side merging again. There's rumours of another merger coming through with BlackRock. Now, this has got to happen on the buy side, unfortunately. The operating costs, the regulatory costs going up and up. Obviously, the sell side itself, the transparency with MiFID II causing a huge amount of issues. So you are going to see a lot of mergers coming through on the buy side as well. However, whilst there's a huge amount of changes happening, there is still great positivity. So don't look to the negative. Look at everything that I say with opportunity, with positivity, and with an area for you to grow and develop yourself. As I've mentioned before, my new book is coming out. It's something I'm genuinely delighted about. And as I've said, it's something which I'm asking you for the first time ever to help me help others, to spread the word, to get it out there. I genuinely believe that this book is there to help everyone and anyone. And I am delighted that it's there for you. And I certainly hope that you can genuinely help me to get this out to the right people, to put it into the hands of those that need it, and to really spread that word and that message. And I thank you so much for it in advance. For now, I'll keep you posted with the pre-orders that come through. We should be starting to get some information over the next couple of weeks, and I certainly hope that the first pre-orders will be out then. For now, please keep in contact, enjoy the summer, and I can't wait to speak to you again soon. Take care and God bless.